Arcadiology, episode 46, featuring Ninja Baseball Batman. Join us as we uncover artifacts from the arcades. My name is Brad. My co-hosts are Sky.
Yo.
Kyle.
Saw dudes.
And Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, indeed. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited for this week's game.
Yeah, this is an interesting one.
Yeah, I love sports.
Yeah, this is one for you, Jordan, for sure. Beat 'em up sports games. So, yeah, we're hitting them all. Hitting home runs tonight, baby.
Oh, I see what you did there.
We'll see more of what we're doing here later. But until then, let's talk about some other games you guys have been playing. Got anything new this week?
I don't have anything new. I've still been playing Splitgate 2. Just nonstop, dude. I can't get away from it.
All in on it, huh?
Yep. Every chance I get, dude, I just get on there and shred.
Yeah, I was enjoying it. I just haven't had time to get back in as much. I hopped in a couple nights with you, but not as much as I'd like to.
Yeah, there's nothing really. We've done just a couple of small little updates, but nothing major. Just some, fixes and quality of life stuff. So, I think the last time we mentioned it, it had the Battle Royale version, or did it not?
I don't think it did.
Okay, well, I guess that's probably the biggest update since then. Is that they still have all the arena modes that you can play, but they also added a Battle Royale. So, if you're into that, Splitgate 2 has it. And it's pretty well done, in my opinion.
I just couldn't get in. Just in Battle Royales in general, I don't know. Something about it just doesn't click with me as much. You're really liking this version of it, though?
Everybody has one.
Yeah, I like all of the versions. Like I like playing the arena stuff as well, but I also like the Battle Royale version. Like I'll play either or, depending on kind of the group that I'm with and what they want to play. But yeah, I think they're both good.
Yeah, I tried a couple of games, but what sets this part apart a bit is kind of, I don't know if other ones do this, but the way that you keep respawning until your whole team's dead. Is that how it works?
Yes, I think there is another game that kind of does something like that. I think it's like one of the Call of Duties has like a resurgence or something they call it. I'm not 100% sure. I don't play Call of Duty anymore, but I hear people throwing that term around. But yeah, this is essentially once one of your guys dies, he goes on basically a respawn timer. And then once that respawn timer is up, you will respawn back into the match as long as you have one of your teammates out of combat. So basically not like actively shooting or doing anything for a few seconds. Then you can respawn on that teammate. You can also just kind of box res, so wherever your teammate died, you can still run up to them and just res them manually if you can pull it off.
So yeah, some of the standard stuff. They got a couple different things going on. I don't know. I just can't get into Battle Royals anymore. The Fortnite a little bit. I played when it first came out and then kind of fell off. And I just don't like the permadeath, I guess. I just like to respawn, get my 10 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever it is, and right back to the action. I'm a little more fast paced.
Yeah, this one is, kind of a little bit better than the other ones because of that respawn factor. So it's yeah, as long as you have literally one teammate out of your 4 is alive, then your entire team, the rest of you, the other 3 can be dead, and they can all still respawn on that guy. But yeah, I don't know. There's a whole lot of give and take to battle royales, and if you die, yeah, you can still come back in, but you're gonna be missing all the stuff that you looted, so you have to reloot it, and it's it feels like you're starting from a back foot again. And I think
right.
You just want to be in and be on the same equal footing as the guys you're fighting immediately, and just fight each other and get rid of all the stuff in between. Which I'm definitely in moods for that too, where I'm I don't want any downtime. I don't want to be looting. I don't want to be running around the map looking for people. I just want to know that it's my team versus another team, and we're all on this small map together, and there's no one has any advantage over anybody else, and we just fight it out. So yeah, it's whatever you're into. I like them both, but some people prefer one to the other.
It is nice they have both options though, just standard and that. So whatever you're feeling that day.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people were upset about them adding a battle royale. I think it's just these typical people nowadays. Everyone just cries over everything, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
But I think having the battle royale doesn't take away from the rest of the game. You can still play the other modes, but having this also brings battle royale players that were never going to play Splitgate for the arena mode. So all it really is doing is opening up another avenue to get more players into the game.
Get them in, they start poking around at the other playlists and never know. Get them everywhere.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. As soon as this pod ends, I'm probably starting to stream up and I'm going to play it.
Nice. Well, while I wasn't playing that as much with you, I did play this other game. I don't know, it came out maybe 2 years ago. It's called The Exit 8. I think it was like a big streamer game. People were playing it, but it's a weird game. I never played anything quite like it. All you really do is just like walk. It's set in like an underground subway station, just like kind of like a hallway type area, and it just keeps repeating over and over. You just keep on like walking through it. You like turn like 2 times and you walk back through, and it's always the same. There's this guy walking at you. I think he has like a phone on him. There's like pictures on the wall. There's doors on the side, and it just keeps on repeating every time you like do another loop. But then like weird things start happening. Like I don't know, there'll be like something dripping from one of the vents, or like the guy will all of a sudden just be like 10 times too big and just walking at you, just like weird things like that. And the point of the game is anytime you see something that's not normal, you turn around and go the other direction, and then like your like the exit number goes up. So it starts at 1, and then you got to get it up to 8. So every time something is odd or off, you turn around and go the other direction, you basically get to the next level. It always looks pretty much exactly the same. You just got to find like all the anomalies. So every time something's weird, you turn around. If you miss it when it's supposed to be weird and you just keep on going, it'll reset back to 1. So you just got to like examine everything as you're walking through. It's a pretty short game, but it was pretty fun. I played with the kids. They were into it.
Huh, that sounds weird. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's really
that's
strange.
an interesting play style.
Yeah, they came out with a sequel to it, which we're going to check out next. It's called, I think, Platformate. I think it's a similar thing, but I think you're inside a train or something like that. But yeah, we ended up beating it. I don't know. It's maybe like, depending on how long it takes you to notice everything, maybe like 2 hours roughly. Maybe not even that.
Oh, wow, that sounds way longer than I thought it was going to be for...
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing numbers out there. It's not a long game, just put it that way. But it's in Unreal Engine 5, so I don't know what you're picturing, but it's like kind of realistic looking graphics. It's not like cheesy little cartoon stuff. But some of the stuff is kind of creepy. Like the one time, I don't want to give everything away in case someone plays it, but I don't know. You come around the thing, you're always expecting the one dude to come walking down the hallway. But there's just these 2 dudes in suits just standing there like staring at you. It's like, oh shit, as soon as you see him like pop around the corner, like, oh shit, I'm turning around, just start running the other direction, because there's like, I think there's like a couple jump scares, nothing too crazy, but you know, some stuff to surprise you.
Does it play like the little cheesy Daryl
Little
jump scare music?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I only think we only got hit like once or twice like that. But it's like as soon as you see something like that, you're just turning. You can't like go very fast. There is like I think you're holding the trigger, you go a little faster than your normal walks. You're kind of like power walking. So it's like, oh, I'm getting out of here as soon as you turn around and just start bolting. But yeah, some of this stuff is like real obvious. Like I said, the one dude just like way too big. It's just kind of funny looking because he's just a normal dude. Then all of a sudden he's just like huge walking at you. And then there's other things. It's like there's like a stain on the ceiling or something. Like something like not just a stain, but it's always like kind of something creepy or something like a little off. It's not just gonna be like there's a sign, there's missing a letter. It's just like, yeah, I don't know, a lot of little things you gotta kind of really pay attention to them to find them. But it's pretty fun. That's mostly it though for me.
Yeah, I haven't really played anything new lately. I mean, we played our game actually together at your house. That's probably the most gaming I've done this week, honestly. I was looking into checking out Splitgate 2 though. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. I need to get some extra memory in my computer because I'm probably a couple games away from having no storage left on my computer.
Oh no. What do you have in it? Is it like a terabyte?
I thought it was like maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a 500 gig when it started. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what's in it. I think it might be it's either a 500 or a 1 terabyte, but it's probably a 500.
Yeah, I think it's 500. So I'm down to like 60 gigs left. So,
but not that expensive to upgrade, so you should be able to upgrade that and swap your stuff over and be good to go.
Yeah, we were talking to Kyle about it at work. Need to go out and get myself another like 1 terabyte drive. I'm gonna move all the non-essential stuff over to that to clear out a bunch of space, and then I should be good to go. But yeah, other than that, should be checking out Splitgate here at some point. But I haven't really played anything new lately. I've just been chilling.
Can't force it sometimes. You just gotta wait for the right game to come to you, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it is sometimes. What about you, Jordan? The right game come to you this week?
Oh, the right game came to me, dude. I am playing the ever-living hell out of Expedition 33. It's one of the greatest games I've ever played, dude. It's going to be my second favorite game of all time, I think, after Tactics.
Wow. Already?
Yeah, dude. It's so good. It's so good. You guys need to play it. Even if you're not like turn-based RPG guys, you gotta play it. It's so good.
Anything new to report on it? Without spoiling too much, I guess.
I can't tell necessarily how far into it I am. I want to say, if I'm guessing, I didn't look at my time, but I feel like, because last episode, I think I said I was about 20 hours in, I feel like I'm at least at like 45, 50 now. but I went into the area that was like thought by your characters to be like the final dungeon, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I think from what I've seen, there's like still a good bit of game left. So I'm happy it's not almost over like I thought it might be, but it seems like I still got a little bit of a ways to go. Still got a few more hours to enjoy out of it, but dude, it's so good. I just want to play it forever. I'm gonna be so sad whenever it's done. I'm gonna feel like I'm in like video game purgatory because that's done. Radiant Dawn's done. What the hell am I gonna do with my free time ever again?
Is there does that game have any sort of like replayability value? Like, is there any reason to play it again?
There is a good bit of character customization. Whether or not I'm going to really change it up much on any future playthroughs, I don't know, because I kind of have them set up in what to me feels like a perfect way. So it's going to be really tempting to run them the exact same way every time I play the game, but I'll definitely try to switch it up on the next playthrough. There are two characters that I really don't use at all. So maybe on my next playthrough I can at least do that and use those other two characters, but there really is a good bit of character customization to it. I mean, you have full control over your level ups, like your stats that go up. You get 3 stats at every level up, and you can spend them however you want. You can do that. There's a tremendous amount of abilities and whatnot. You can do all kinds of different like combinations you can do with your different characters. So I would say it definitely has replayability. I do know there's a new game plus, but I don't know what that entails. So maybe whenever I actually finish it, I'll look into that new game plus and see if that's worth doing, or if it's more worth it just to start the game fresh all over again. So I'm not really sure what all that would do.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, dude. I heard a lot of hype about the game, but it's coming from people that I don't know. So seeing that you're playing it and it seems like you're just as enthusiastic about it as the rest of the world is playing it, must be a good sign.
It's going to be the game of the year. Like, I'd bet my house on it. I really think it is.
You heard that here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, anybody want a free house? Jump on
Go
that.
for it. Give it a shot. I'm pretty sure I even saw it not long ago. I mean, this could have changed by then, but I think I saw a little bit ago that it has like the highest user score on Metacritic of any game of all time, which is crazy. Wow. And this game was only made by like a handful of people. Like I think it's like a fairly new development team, and I think it only had like 30 some people that worked on the game.
Yeah, I think it's a really small
crazy
team.
Yeah, it's crazy what they were able to do with that small of a team. But I love it, man. These are people who like they've been working in the video game industry, but I'm pretty sure they like branched off and made their own team.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said like a handful of people, I was like, there's no way like 5 indie devs whipped that together. That's crazy.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like 30 something. I think I heard it might have even been like 33 people, but I don't know if that's necessarily accurate or just for funsies, but I'm pretty sure it is like a small team of like 30 something, which is crazy for a game nowadays. Yeah.
There's also some caveats that people don't always mention, like they do outsource to like other people.
Oh yeah,
help and stuff. But like the main team I did hear was like 30 some, which is still crazy.
That's correct. Yes, but yeah, it's definitely worth a play. Kyle, I know you said you thought about it. I definitely think you should, so I can have somebody to talk about it with. But
yeah, I think at some point I'll try to get around to picking it up and playing it. Right now I'm just like I'm just so competitive, man. So it's like it's so hard for me to like sit down and play a game by myself, you know what I mean? It's like not online. Yeah. So from now until the rest of the year, I have every Sunday off. So it's going to leave me with a bunch of time, so maybe I'll have some time to fit that in.
Please do, dude. I need to know somebody personally that plays it that I can just talk to about it. Brad and Sky, you guys too, just hop in there. I know you guys played those Final Fantasies back in the day. You need a good new turn-based RPG again.
I'll think about it.
I mean, I would. Just my expedition sailed quite a few years ago, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, you've already gamaged, dude, but you can still hop on in and play the game at least. You may not be going to face the paintress yourself, but you can control these guys to do it for you.
Wait, mine's over too then.
Yeah.
Oh.
What technically mine is. One. Well, no, technically mine is as well, because I believe it's 33. I think it's 33 and over in the game are the ones that are gone at like the very beginning. I'm pretty sure your party are 32-year-olds.
Okay, but what if you're 33 or 32, then you turn 33? You still good or no?
Well, it's going to be like, it's like every year it's that brand new age and up. So
Okay.
so there's no like cheat in the system,
Can't filter through it.
Nah, you can't sneak your way through it. But yeah, man, it's so good. I'm just so happy, as I think I said last episode, that somebody finally was like, you know what we need in the world again is a turn-based, non-open world RPG. And whoever thought that, God bless you, because I've needed that in my life again.
I feel like after like Expedition like 13, like you're probably good to go. You don't think you need any more expeditions.
Yeah, I don't think they're having kids anymore at that point.
No.
Yeah, I wonder what number it can get down to if every expedition fails until the world just fails in general.
Yeah, like I feel like maybe some like 15 or 16-year-olds, maybe they can pull it together and get something done. You go any lower than that, though, I don't see like 12-year-olds saving the day.
Hey, man.
That's a wrap after that. After the last batch of like 15-year-olds try their heart out and they try to save the world and it fails, that's a wrap, man. You're done.
The only hope there is that the whole idea is that pretty much every expedition, they pretty much know that their chances are like astronomically low. So they're more so kind of trying to just lay the path for the next expedition. So like every one after kind of can get like a little further each time. So you never know. Maybe those teenagers can figure it out with enough help.
Yeah. And also at that age, that'd be your entire life. Like you were born into that, you know what I mean? You don't know anything other than that world, so you probably have a little better chance than an average kid these days.
True.
Oh yeah, they're getting trained from birth, man. They're ready. No, I can't really say enough good things about it, man. It's a great time. I'm gonna be very sad whenever I finish it. I don't know if it's gonna be like Radiant Dawn where I beat it and immediately start it again, but we'll see.
Is there a different like do they have actual like challenges in there you can do that's like part of the game?
What do you mean?
Like I don't know, like time trials or whatever. Use certain weapons or something, or get certain kinds of kills on bosses or something like that. Like any kind of challenges that the game actually gives you.
I can't think of anything super specific. I mean, I will say that there are certain fights that maybe require specific certain strategies, like that might work better than others. Like for example, whenever the enemy attacks you, it's not just like a standard old school turn-based RPG where you just stand there and take it. You have to actually dodge or parry their attack. And there will be some fights every now and then where you probably have to do one or the other. I've kind of just stuck to dodging because the dodging is easier. You get a little bit more of a window to do it properly. But the parrying, if you can pull it off, will counterattack then. But you have to hit it with perfect timing. I've just kind of gotten the dodging down basically like flawless. Like I have the dodging down as well as I can. But then every now and then, they'll throw in a fight where it's like, no, to beat this guy, you're going to have to parry him. And it's like, well, damn it. I'm not that good at the parrying, but I'll try to figure it out. So that's like the closest thing I can really think of. But
do you level up in that game?
Yes.
Maybe try like a low level run or something, if that's possible. Those kind of things. Or like a pacifist run, you know what I mean?
Maybe you could avoid the enemies, because you can see the enemies on the map, so maybe you could kind of run around a lot of them.
I wonder if that difficulty scales with your level. Like if you try to get as far as you can at level 1, you're just gonna get slapped.
Oh, you're gonna get slapped, yeah.
All right.
But there is also difficulty for the game as well. I just am doing it on the normal mode, which even the normal mode is plenty tricky enough. I will say it's much harder at the beginning of the game. It's definitely pretty easy to break this game. Like almost like, I don't want to say to the same level of like a Final Fantasy VIII back in the day where like, I don't know, 5 hours in, you could already like deal max damage to everything and be untouchable. But I'm certainly at a point right now in this game where almost no fight is even remote. Not even like the big bad like optional bosses are really even any kind of a challenge anymore. It's definitely possible to make setups for your characters that can break the game a bit. But yeah, that's kind of about all I really got to say about it this episode. I'm sure whenever we record again in 2 weeks, I'll be talking about it all over again. Maybe have it beaten by then, but we'll see. Maybe I can give you an update on that New Game Plus and what comes with that. But that's about all I got to say for now.
See how you feel, how it wraps up.
Oh, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait, but I can at the same time because I just don't want it to be over.
All right, well, it's time for our intro to be over. Let's move on into some Ninja Baseball Batman.
BatMan.
developed by Irem and released in the arcades in 1993. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the same as our last game, Bomberman, same developer there. This is a colorful 4-player beat-em-up inspired by the Ninja Turtles, Batman, and, of course, the sport baseball, which is probably pretty obvious here. And the objective of the game is to recover the artifacts that were stolen from the Baseball Hall of Fame. They're all scattered throughout the U.S., so each stage is a different state you travel to collect the artifact. And there's, like I said, it's a 4-player game, so there are 4 different characters, and they each have different stats, different moves, so that was actually nice change of pace. I feel like a lot of these beat 'em ups, they're kind of just a skin swap, different art, pretty much end up being the same play style and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool that all the characters are completely different. Did you guys test everyone out, or you do your typical pick one character, play through, and that's a wrap?
That's my typical. But I actually did give everybody a shot in this one.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, so my first playthrough, I just stuck with, I think his name's Captain Jose. He's like the main one, the red one.
Right.
He's kind of like the Mario from Smash Bros. Of this game. He's just balanced all around, He doesn't have the greatest range, not the greatest strength, speed, but it's all okay. I started with him. I thought he was all right. Now, I'm not about the button combinations and stuff for the attacks, so it's really just the stats for me with this. I thought he was okay. The speed guy, was like Rhino or whatever. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. I loved how fast he was, but his range was just so abysmal. It was hard to use him. Then typically I go for like the big brick shithouse powerhouse guys, which they have one of those, but I thought he was the worst one.
No way, dude. Yeah, Roger was my guy.
I didn't like using Roger at all, man. I stuck with what was his name? The Stick Straw, the really tall dude. He's slow as molasses, but he has the maximum reach stat, and he has pretty good power to go along with it. So I really liked him the most. He kind of he almost had that Donatello vibe from Turtles, where his bat is so long he can kind of just reach the enemies from really far away and chuck them. That was pretty satisfying. I definitely liked having that reach with him.
Yeah, I tested them all out too, and I stuck with Roger. I don't know, like you said, Straw, he had a lot of reach and decent power. Roger had a lot of power and decent reach, so I feel like overall that's the one I liked. He has a giant baseball bat attached to the end of his bat, a giant baseball attached to the end of his bat, so it's like a big ass club. He was fun to play with.
Yeah, I played Stick Straw for like 3/4 of the game, and then towards the last couple stages, I ended up playing Jose. I don't know. I thought they were both pretty good. I preferred Stick Straw, I think. I only played Jose because I accidentally switched to him, and then was just whatever, I'll play him. But yeah, I did not play the other two at all.
Yeah, it is nice you can switch your character in between deaths too. Some games kind of lock you in. What about you, Sky?
I think a majority of our playthrough, I played the fast guy, the green guy. What's his name? Rhino.
Rhino, twin bats. Rhino. He's dual wielding bats.
Yeah, I like the dual wielding. I just like the speed of him.
He's cool.
It wasn't the fastest. His range was obviously the lowest, but I just love the speed, just be able to get in, get out, jump around. I kind of let you do all the powerhouse tanking kind of stuff. I just jump in real quick, dive in, hit him a little bit, back out. I did end up playing. I tried them all out, but I think mostly I stuck with Rhino.
I just always got my butt kicked with him. That range was just too bad.
Yeah, he did have the worst range. It made it a little tough to get in safely because I don't know, even with this longest range Straw, the blue one with the long bat, I feel like a lot of the time I don't want to attack straight on anyways. I'm kind of coming from above or below, just kind of the classic beat 'em up strategy. Instead of running straight at them, you kind of go above them on a different plane and walk down into them. So the reach I didn't feel like was as good as just maxing out your power like Roger. And if you let the attract mode play, it shows you all of their stats individually. Their speed. I don't know if that's just your movement speed, because there's speed, swing, power, and reach. I guess swing is probably how fast you attack. I'm not too sure. I know obviously the power and reach are pretty clear. You know what those are. But the speed and the swing, I'm not positive.
That was my assumption as well.
Movement speed versus attack speed?
Yeah.
It also hints at the special moves. It'll kind of tell you can do different button combinations, but it doesn't tell you specifically what they are, what the actual inputs are. So obviously, Jordan, you said you didn't mess with those at all?
No, dude. So I kind of did the home run attack here and there, mostly for bosses, because I think it takes some of your health to do it. But besides for that, I kind of just stuck with the basic combo and a bit of the dash slide attack.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with Jordan. I didn't really do too much of these button combos either, aside from like the same things that you mentioned. And then, like every now and then, I would try to do like the spin my joystick in a circle and press my attack button.
Yeah, man, I was spamming it with Roger. Like some of the moves you can do, it seems like the certain ones, the stronger ones, obviously take a little bit of your health. Like Jordan said, the home run one, you kind of hit attack and jump at the same time. Does a big home run swing. What's nice is if you don't hit an enemy, it doesn't take your health down though. Just a little generous with that. If you don't actually hit someone, you just swing and miss. You don't get punished for it. But yeah, this game was very generous with health pickups. I mean, maybe not like everywhere, but they weren't stingy with them. So I was using my special a lot. I would take damage, and then like a screen or two later, there's food to pick up, and you fill your health back up anyway. So it seemed like that was kind of the way to get through it. Because the special I always used, you jump, you hit back forward. I think it was attack, and you just like it's like a screen hitting. It hits everything on the screen. It takes like a third of your health, but it almost kills everything on the screen every time. So I just use that like nonstop. It seemed like, and then I'd pick up food, heal myself, and then do it again.
Dang, I'm sure you're gonna crush the numbers compared to me. Always got the strats.
Yeah, it sounded that way. If you just kind of went through and didn't utilize any of that, it might be a little rough.
Button combos they're tough for me, man. I just can't ever get them down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't really care for them either in games like this, especially. There's like a more than you would expect there to be, I think, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to memorize all these, dude. I'm just gonna attack people.
Yeah,
there was a good bit. It looks like every character has roughly like 8 or so.
Yeah, I mean, if you count like their dash attack and everything like that, which are the same per character, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I saw it was like roughly like 4 or 5 are like the unique moves. So, you got that big special that I said it takes away a third of your health and it hits like the whole screen pretty much. Also, if you walk into enemies, you can grab them. I did that a lot. Like I would go up above them and walk down into them. As soon as you touch an enemy, as long as they don't hit you, you grab them. And then if you hit like your attack and your jump at the same time, it does a pretty big special move there as well. So I would just kind of, if I was low on health, I would grab them. And if you do that when you have no health, it'll still let you do it and you don't get damaged. So anytime I was like one shot, I would just grab them, use my special, try to get the safety and do it again. So I was kind of utilizing that. Sky, you mess with any of the special moves, or you mostly just sticking with that big special and just spamming away?
I mostly did the big special, the one you have to do. It's kind of weird. You have to jump in the air to do it.
Yeah, it only works in the air.
Like you jump up, what is it, left, right, and then B or A or something like that.
Right.
So I mostly did that. I did the Rhino has like a little tornado thingy he does. I forget what the combo is. But you can like jump on enemies' heads and bounce off them, and then you can turn into like a little tornado type thing and like fly into them. I think those are the only 2 I really used. I think there's probably a couple more, but I don't remember what the combos were for them.
Yeah, everyone had like a different move. If you hold in attack, then you press jump. Roger does like a belly bash. He kind of just like lunges forward and hits them with his stomach. Jose does this flame kick where he launches like halfway across the screen and he like, hits everyone across the way and catches them on fire. That was a pretty nice one.
I did like that one.
And then you said Rhino does the helicopter thing. And then Straw, he kind of just thrusts his bat forward and just hits pretty far in front of him. But Straw, all of his stuff seemed like there's too much like input lag and delay. So anytime I did something, I was too vulnerable. Like his special, when I did it in the air, it took too long to finish and enemies are waiting to kill me. So that's the only reason I didn't really like him. Otherwise, his moves seemed really good.
Yeah, I did like Jose's little flame kick. You can just travel across the screen pretty much with it.
Yeah, that thing was sick.
I didn't play Straw too much. I maybe gave him like a credit or 2. I mainly played Rhino and then Jose for a little bit. So I'm more used to those guys.
Well, onto the individual stages. I don't know if there's a ton that stuck out to anyone. Just in general, I think it looks awesome. The game just like cartoony looking and real bright, colorful graphics. Those are my favorite kind of games that we play.
It really pops for sure.
Yeah, I don't know that any of the stages stuck out too much, but like definitely the enemies. All the enemies for sure were like all kind of, they're just crazy. Like
there were
I don't know, none
weird
of the
ones.
enemies were like normal. Like you can't even explain any of them. Like they're all just like, you know what I mean? Just
like,
weird.
There were so many enemies that have something to do with baseball. Like you have like the baseball mitts with faces, just baseballs with faces, actual bats and whatnot. But then every now and then you'll get something that just makes no sense. Like the dude like with the pumpkin head. I don't know what pumpkins have to do with baseball.
Yeah.
Definitely some weird ones. They're like, yeah, they got some squids.
They had to throw a Halloween like stage in there. That's why you came in, I think.
Yeah, like the weird clouds that have like bloodshot eyes.
Like you just woke them up.
I really like the baseball bats holding baseball bats. Those guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I just remember like you're in like a casino. There's like a whole casino level.
All the enemies are cards.
Yeah, that's right.
They're all just like sentient objects. Like there's the catcher's mitt, the baseballs, the clouds, playing cards. You got the robots that throw their heads at you. I like the cheeseburgers too. You kill the cheeseburgers and then you eat them and it gives you health.
Also, I want to point out in the Chicago stage, there's a lot of dogs with guns, but it is Chicago, so of course there's a lot of gun violence, so it makes sense.
Little mafia dogs with their guns shooting at you.
Oh my god. Oh, them little cheeseburgers, it's funny. You hit them, like you just like smack their eyes off of them.
Yeah, then they can't hurt you anymore. Then you
that is just a normal burger.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and most of the enemies had multiple color variants, and each had like different attacks too. So it's like if you've seen the same enemy, sometimes it'd be a different color, but it would be a completely different way to fight it too. So it's not like they just recycled the thing for no reason. They actually changed up the gameplay too.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with the enemies on this. Like I was like waiting to get to the next stage to be like, all right, what other weird enemy am I going to see now?
There are definitely some goofy ones.
Some JJ Squawker vibes on there with all the randomness.
I don't think it's quite as crazy as that, but yeah, I can see the comparison. It's definitely pretty wild. The little car sections were cool too. There's just like a little car you hop in. You're just on, I don't know, maybe like a 15, 20-second timer until it goes away. But you just run nothing can hurt you. You just run everything over and crush it and smush everything down.
So satisfying because it will always give it to you right before a giant batch of enemies. You're just wiping them out. Oh, I know what enemy I wanted to point out that kind of drove me nuts the first few times. The real big ones that look like either umpires or catchers, like they have like the big blue kind of shield in the front, like the padding.
Yeah, almost like a mini boss.
You see them a decent bit, and they take a good while to take out. They can attack you from range too, which is a big pain in the butt.
Yeah, every time I saw them on the screen, I'd jump up, use my back forward special, and it would pretty much, like I think it like knocks their mask off or something when they're like low, and then I do it again and they die. So you kind of two-shot them if you use your special.
Jeez.
But then you're pretty much one shot, so you got to be, it's not completely free damage. You got to be careful after you do that.
It sounds like Jordan and I messed up big time by not doing combos.
Nah, dude, it's fine with me.
Because that is not how my experience went with fighting those guys.
Beat you down a bit.
I mean, I was handling them, but they weren't. It was like a fight.
Yeah, they're not necessarily super hard, but some of the enemies like that might take a little while.
Yeah, a lot of the bigger enemies like that, like I said, I'd use my big special on it. But in general, sometimes the screen gets pretty overwhelming with the amount of enemies they throw at you. A lot of them die pretty quick, but if you start punching an enemy and someone comes up behind you, they're pretty much going to get you. So you got to kind of be careful if you're comboing them, because they'll hit you right out of the combo. So if there's a bunch of enemies, I always try to just grab one of them and use my grab special. Because with Roger, he just smashes them back and forth, left and right. And on either side, he hits everyone. So he kind of just smashes everyone, jumps up in the air and like power bombs the dude, and then just like does so much damage to everyone around you. So I would always use my grab special when there's big mobs enemies. Can't forget about the bonus stages in between. Jordan's got to love this. There's some nice button mashing. Did you crush those ones, Jordan?
I crushed them, absolutely. Did anybody else, or was it just me?
Yeah, I made it through those pretty much. It didn't seem like it was that hard. They give you like 10 seconds to complete it. You just smash one button until it fills up the meter, and it seems like it gives you a 1-up every time. But yeah, it didn't seem super difficult.
I thought I'd be good at button mashing, but I like really suck at button mashing. You think I'd be able to, like I can play, like I play guitar. I've drummed for a long time, so I had like hand speed. But I don't know, man. When it comes to like button mashing arcade buttons, I'm just so dumb and slow at it. I suck. My arms lock up like super fast. I'm like trying to use my entire arm and stuff. I'm like dying. I don't know why I can't, like, none of my other skills will translate to arcade button mashing. I suck.
See, I got those rock climber forearms, dude. That's why I can do it so easily.
That's why I got to get back into it. I've been slacking.
You gotta get back to the gym, man.
That's the problem right there. I stopped climbing with you guys. Now I can't button mash.
But did Kyle do it? Because he goes.
No, I didn't do the first one because I didn't know it was happening.
Okay,
it was like
that's
3
fair.
seconds in, and I was like, "What is?"
Yeah.
It said like something about I thought it was like a bonus boss fight.
Yeah,
like,
because
"Where's
you
the
only
boss?"
play once, so you didn't have like a second chance.
Yeah, I was like, "What the heck? What is this?"
Did you get the second one though?
I think the second one, but not the first one.
Okay, fair enough.
I like the little animations for those. The first one, I mean, they're both alive, like living baseballs. They have eyes on them. The first one, you're just crushing it until it flattens. And the other one, you just punch him out and he goes flying into the distance, abusing these poor little baseballs.
And they taunt you if you don't finish it in time.
So what you're saying is they got what they deserved, huh?
I guess so, man.
Now those things there, is that like the golden ball like artifact thing that you were looking for?
I don't know if that's the same one or not.
I was gonna say, why would you find this thing? Like that's their whole mission is to find it, then you just crush it and beat it up.
Speaking of that though, I do love the scene because in between each stage, it'll have a little scene where like, oh, we found this item now. Let's go do this thing. And you got like typically one or two of the ninjas are like in the background of the picture just doing something goofy. I like whenever they get the golden ball and they go, is this the golden ball? As they're staring directly at a shining golden baseball in their hands. And meanwhile, Roger and Rhino are in the background chatting up some babe in a convertible. It's a great scene.
Definitely a goofy game. Well, let's get in some of the bosses, I guess. It's kind of the main thing we didn't talk about. There's a good bit of bosses. There's like a giant baseball golem just out of baseballs. He's kind of more like a mini boss.
Yeah.
You fight an airplane, a car, a slot machine, this armored buffalo, mechanical alligator. He's kind of feel like a Ninja Turtles character to me. The mob boss dog, and then of course King Babe, the final boss. So I mean, there were some pretty fun fights. I did like the battles here. My favorite enemies, I think, were the windy plane, the way he like swings around and punches at you, and the alligator, just because seemed like a Turtles villain to me.
I do really like the name of the mob boss one. It's just makeshift villain.
Yeah,
I was dying when I saw
that. Great name, hard boss.
There was no effort put into that. He's a makeshift villain, whatever.
I think the easiest boss by far was the slot machine. His name was Defending Slot, defending with 2 Fs for some reason. He was pretty simple. I mean, he would spin the reels and then summon other things to attack you, but he kind of mostly just floats around by himself, so you can get some easy shots off on him.
He doesn't do much to you unless you get like real close to him after he recovers and he kind of like uses his little claws or whatever to hit you. But other than that, he just runs away and keeps on summoning more enemies. That was a cool little battle though, how that all different objects coming at you rather than just a standard enemy battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought like the bosses were all like the first couple, like the first 2 or 3 were pretty easy until you got to the Ghost Buffalo, and it felt like he kind of ramped up just a little bit than the other ones. I was like, oh, this guy's actually kind of tough. Dude, he's killing me.
He was a tricky one.
I found a little secret with him. Like on
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Yeah, on that stage, there's like a little indent in the top middle of the screen where you can stand there, and like 90% of the time he can't hit you at all up there unless he throws like these fire bombs. But I would obviously use my big special till I was one shot, wait up there for him to attack, run down, grab him, use my grab special, then go hide in my little corner beside the table again. I could kill him pretty good that way.
This guy.
Always got to find the easiest way to get through it.
Brad's tips are back, man.
That's right, man. The weekly tips are here. It's going to be its own segment now.
Well, moving on to the numbers, Brad got 1 credit. What'd you guys get?
A few more.
I like that mechanical alligator. Kind of reminds me of like a boss I could have been in like one of the Mega Man X games or something.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Just all his big armor and stuff. It might even have been It might even have just named him Mechanical Alligator. I don't know.
In Mega Man 2.
Yeah. I think Mega Man X, they started actually giving the bosses different kind of names instead of just something man every time.
I had a fairly similar strategy with most of the fights where I would typically just go up to the boss whenever they're not, like typically they'll maybe launch an attack. I'll wait it out off to the side. Then I'll go up, I'll hit them with my combo. And then if you hit them with the combo, they'll kind of drop down to the ground for a second and be stunned. Then whenever they're lying down, I'll do my dash attack to them for some extra chip damage. Then I'll get way out of the way because most of them will do like a getting up attack. So after I do that dash attack, I'll get out of the way and kind of just start that process over again.
Yeah, I initially made the mistake of just waiting there and keep on beating them while they're laying down until I realized you pretty much always get attacked when they get back up if you do that. So I would do that. I would do that same thing. You would do a little slide. We give them like maybe like 3 hits in or so, a couple little ticks of damage, and you get out of there so they don't get their cheap shot on you. I just love the way some of them are animated, like the windy plane, how he's punching at you, and when you beat him, he starts crying and trying to run away from you when he's one hit. You just gotta punch him one more time.
That was the worst part of the fight, whenever he's running around crying, because he can run over you and deal a good bit of damage. And he's moving so frantically, he's kind of hard to hit.
Yeah, you definitely got to be careful. He'll catch you.
When he played him, he'd been putting time in the boxing gym, man. You see those 1-2s he pieces out.
Oh, yeah.
He's like bobbing and weaving, like,
as soon as he throws that big punch, that's when I know I can go in.
I was going to say, why does he look familiar? Like, I feel like I saw another plane that, like, does what he does. I don't know if it's a cartoon or a video game or something. I don't.
Planes do that, Sky.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't know. He does kind of seem like a familiar character.
Yeah,
I know it's not what it is,
seen...
but he reminds me of like Street Sharks or something. I don't know. That's the first thing that popped in my head.
Street Sharks, wow.
I swear I played another game or there's a cartoon or something I saw that, like, has a plane standing up like that. Like it, I don't know. I probably never figure it out, but it reminds me of something.
We'll have to do some heavy research and figure that out after the
Yeah.
pod.
Speaking of him, though, whenever we got to the final stage, I thought it was going to do, one of my favorite things and make us do another boss rush, because you fight him again at the very end, but then for some reason it was only him. So I don't know why they brought him back necessarily, but fair enough.
Because you always get that rematch, man. It's boxing.
Round 2.
He wanted that rematch. He's coming for the title.
But I did get to that same point, and as soon as I had to fight him again, I was like, dude, I don't want to do a boss rush.
That's what I thought too. I was upset.
Yeah, and I was like, as soon as it ended and then it went to like a different guy, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, it just goes right from him to the final boss for some reason. Never explained why I brought him back, or why he's a different color now as well.
Because he hit the gym, man. He leveled up.
That's fair. He evolved. Hit level 32 and evolved.
That was the Winnie plane was the first boss, and the second boss was that car, Mad Lax. I mean, obviously, I'm guessing it's like a Mad Max reference, but what is Lax? Does anyone put that together? Like, what does that name even mean?
Laxatives, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not like shitting everywhere, so why would he be called Mad Lax?
No, he's shitting out enemies all over the map, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if that's some kind of like car or street racing term. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. They probably just picked a random letter to replace the M in Mad Max.
Maybe it was that simple. I don't know, but I was looking into it. I'm not looking. I was just thinking about it as I was fighting. I was like, what does it even mean, Mad Lax?
I don't know.
Guess better than Makeshift Villain as a name, but I'm a little more creative, apparently.
That's the greatest name we've ever come across. I take that back. Rock Hardy's the best one. Makeshift Villain is second.
Runner up.
Nothing wrong with Silver.
I like how the mechanical alligator boss was when you were in Texas or in Florida.
Yeah, it makes sense. Which I will say, I like how the Florida stage actually, like, it looks fairly accurate, like with swamps and palm trees. But why the heck is Texas the scary haunted house stage?
Yeah, I didn't get that. I don't know why they chose that.
That was so weird.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I don't know. Just a haunted. Maybe that's everybody died. I don't know.
That was the only thing I could think of too, actually. But I noticed all the places we went to, I don't know if they were trying to like find like baseball cities, but all the cities and states we visited have had Major League Baseball teams, except for Las Vegas. But Las Vegas is getting one in a few years, I believe, so we'll give it to them. Las Vegas just kind of seemed random.
Well, then, of course, the game wraps up with the final boss, the King Babe. He like takes all the stuff you've been collecting, he steals it all back, and I don't know what he does exactly. He possesses like this giant statue, and he uses that to fight you.
Something like that. He was a pain in the butt, dude. Though his worst attack, definitely, he has these little pink tornadoes he can launch at you. And if they hit you, you get stuck in them. You got to kind of button mash to get your way out. But the other thing that drove me nuts about him, maybe it was just me getting unlucky, but the hitbox just kind of felt off sometimes, because there were plenty of times where it looked like we were lined up right in front of each other, but my attacks were just missing him, but he could hit me, so I didn't always understand what was going on. I think I just got unlucky, but it was weird.
It was most of the tornadoes that caught me. When I tried to grab them, then a tornado would shoot out and hit me, and it would kind of stun me and throw off my whole strategy.
Yeah, they were a little weird at first. Once he like understood that he was going to pretty much do that almost every time during his like get up attack, it like got a little easier, but it definitely caught you a couple times.
Spent a lot of credits on him.
I think it's just like the whole beat 'em up style for me. Like anytime I feel like I'm getting into a rhythm, I'm doing okay. Like the second that gets broken, and then I feel like I'm just getting like cheesed, I'm getting randomly destroyed, I just like stop caring. I'm like, all right, whatever, I had a good run. I was doing
It's
okay. I
over.
figured it out, but now I don't care enough to keep trying and get back into the rhythm. I'm just gonna spam credits. That's more of a me problem though.
We didn't mention that the real final boss of the game, the one who like kind of possesses the statue, is the commissioner from the beginning of the game, the one who actually like hires you to go and get all these items. He had a change of heart, but whenever you see him at first, he has this really goofy like blue hair and eyebrows. And then at the end of the game, he just suddenly turned into a bald guy that lost his eyebrows, so you know he's a bad guy now.
That was his disguise, the eyebrows.
Absolutely.
The way he was selling it.
Dude, if they're bald and have no eyebrows, they're a bad guy.
Also, he was pretty like cocky at the end when you discover it's him. Because like you've already gotten like 5 of the other objects back, and he's like, "Yeah, it was me, and here's what the last thing is." And you're like, "Guy, like I'm gonna go get it." Why would you say that?
He tells you where to go.
Yeah, like you just watched us get all the other ones.
Yeah, I love at the very end how the game ends. Whenever after you finally beat him, he's laying there crying. He says, "Please forgive me." And the main character, just home run bats him. He says, "I'll never forgive you," and just whacks him into the moon. Just goes flying.
Just cracks him in the skull with a bat.
He just straight up.
Moon.
He straight up tells him, "I'll never forgive you."
Never. He's gone, dude.
I don't know why he's taking it so personally.
There was no him getting in there like, "Oh, well, maybe." No, he's just like, "I don't forgive you."
Dude, like he was just hired to get these things back. It's not even like they took his things. Then he just goes full on like Smash Brothers home run competition, just cracks dude right in the dome.
Yeah, and that's how this beautiful story of Ninja Baseball Batman wraps up. I don't know if you guys got anything else you wanted to say or anything we missed before we move on.
What was the weird like little special power up thing that like I think it was just like a heart that said pink on it?
Oh yeah, those were cool.
And you pick it up and just like I don't know what there's like 8 cheerleaders that come out and just like kill everything, or I don't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, they just summons them and they just smash everything on the screen. Sometimes they drop a bunch of food too for you to refill your health.
Well, it's one or the other. It's either they're going to kill everything or they're going to give you the food.
Yeah, what irritated me with that and just some of the item pickups in general, whenever the screens kind of move quick, it seems like anytime there's something on the screen, like if I have like food, I'm kind of saving because my health's not down, and then all of a sudden it's like it transitions and you jump up to the next part of the screen, all your stuff's left behind. So anytime there's something on the screen, I was like, all right, I gotta utilize this immediately because they're not going to let me save it.
Yeah, there's a specific spot on the Texas stage where you enter a room where the table is completely filled with food. But I got to that room at full health, so I didn't get to take advantage of it, and it was such a bummer to waste it.
That's when I'd come in, drop my big special, bust the table, grab my food, eat, and move on.
Damn, dude.
That's right before the boss, too, I think, pretty much.
You're losing health just for the sake of getting it back.
Just the point that I can do it.
I don't think we really talked about the projectile weapons that you can pick up, too, did we? I mean, it's pretty minor, but... Yeah, I mean, I can only think of a few. Every now and then, instead of food, it'll give you an item you can throw at them. Sometimes it's like a baseball. Sometimes it's like the actual base, like the bag that they run on. I think my favorite one was the blue base because he kind of launches it for a good while at them. So you got to get a lot of shots off with that one. One was like a teddy bear looking thing or something. There was some random stuff. Oh, the dynamite. That's right. The dynamite was great.
Yeah, dynamite was solid.
Yeah, definitely worth taking advantage of those. The only other thing I kind of wanted to mention at all were some of the controls. I mean, the game controlled fairly well for the most part. The only thing that kind of bothered me is, I mean, this game definitely gave me some Ninja Turtle vibes. We kind of already said it, but one of like my main things in Ninja Turtles is I'll jump up and down on the stage, but in this game, if you jump, you can't jump up and down. You can only jump left and right, which kind of bugged me a little bit.
I didn't even realize that, to be honest.
Yeah, because I would have done a lot of attacks that way, because that's how I fought a lot of the bosses in Turtles. You jump up and attack, you jump down and attack. And this one, you didn't have the up and down. You could just do left and right. And I kept trying, like thinking it was going to work, and it just never did.
Oh, I see what you mean. You don't mean like jump straight up and down, but you mean like jump and like change like axis, like coming down
like,
screen. Okay.
Like actually move vertically on the screen, up and down, whenever you jump.
Well, boys, ready to move into the numbers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, start off with our credit usage, and despite what you guys may believe, I did not 1 credit this game. I thought
2.
I did pretty good though. No, it took me still a good bit. I played it probably like 5 times through, was testing all the different characters and stuff, but like I said, Roger was my guy. I just used that special a lot. I don't know how much it helped me, we'll find out here, but my best round was 11 credits. Kyle, how many credits did it take you?
I did it in 14.
Okay, not too much more, honestly. Sky?
Ooh, I got a bit of a problem. Tell you the truth.
Uh-oh. What do we got here?
Well, no, it's well, it's mainly my mistake. I just spaced out. But my only playthrough I did was when I came to your house Saturday and we hung out and did whatever games.
Yeah.
So I did the playthrough with you. I wasn't keeping track of credits when we were playing it. I was just checking it out and playing it. We were having fun, whatever. And then after that, like, I played the game and went home. And then as far as I'm concerned, for some reason in my brain, like, my playthrough was done. I got my playthrough in. I'm good. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to talk about the game now. Like, yeah, we're good. I completely forgot to track my credits while we played. So, I mean, just put me at the end, give me a penalty on that one. I have no idea. I know I used a hell of a lot more than you did, so.
Are you just now realizing this?
Yeah. I'm just now like, wait, what's my credits? I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't track
a whole segment for this.
I was like, wait a minute. I didn't track my credits. I just completely forgot to keep track of that. I don't know. I just, in my mind, like, I did the playthrough, so I'm good. Like, yeah, I can talk about the game. Like, we're good. The episode, I'm ready. And then I'm like, wait a minute. How much credits did I actually spend? Like, I don't know. I'm just having fun with Brad. Oh, no.
It was worth it.
Man.
It was worth the 2-player play to sacrifice your credits. I'll accept that for sure.
Hey, man, it's the first time in, 47 episodes I goofed up pretty bad, so.
You done goofed.
Give me the max penalty, whatever it is.
Not the worst thing you could have done. No biggie.
You heard it, Jordan. Throw the book at him.
Oh, no.
You're going to jail.
Jordan, please forgive me.
Yeah, Jordan's mad.
He'll never forgive you.
Crack. I'm coming to your house right now with a bat.
Oh, no. That's a little excessive. Jeez.
You're going to the moon, Buster.
Taking it personal, man, just like Jose. All right, Jordan. What's your credits looking like?
All right, so I played twice. I truly felt like my second one, it felt significantly better than the first. I really thought it was going to be a way better score, but it was a very minor difference. So I didn't bother playing it again. It just kind of felt at that point like this wasn't a game that I was going to really get better at. That second playthrough felt like about as good as it was going to get, and it didn't make much of a difference. I'm going to end up with 19 credits.
Not bad, not bad.
Not great. But
yeah, not terrible at least. I mean, if you weren't like being all crazy like me, trying to tactically figure it all out, I can see you chewing up some more credits for sure.
Hey, I'm not going to be in last place like Sky, though.
Yeah, hey, at least you kept track, so.
That's right.
That might be the only reason I'm not in last.
Oh, man.
All right, we'll move into our rating then. This one, we're going with Straw's height. He's 7'2", so that comes out to 86
there goes
inches.
A trivia question.
What? Straw's height was a trivia question?
That was question number 3.
How was that
Right. You gotta be careful
crazy.
with the numbers, Jordan. You know I'm always digging for a number.
Dang, dude. It's okay. I'll do someone's weight instead.
Fair enough.
Or someone else's height.
So we're gonna break it down to inches though. It's 86 inches, so we're going out to 86 tonight. And I mean, to me, we had a rough batch of games lately. I don't know about you guys, but these last 2 months have been pretty boring for me as far as our arcade games, our picks went. So this was a nice refresher for me. You know, right from the beginning, I had a feeling I was gonna like this one though, just because how colorful it was. And it does what Ninja Turtles I think should have done with 4 different characters, all actually play completely different. I mean, maybe not completely, but definitely noticeably different. They all have different stats, different moves. And you can choose just to mash your way through it and not use anything, kind of like Kyle and Jordan did, or you can kind of figure out all the button combos and be a little more, I guess, strategic and technical with the playthrough if you want to get serious with it. So I always enjoy a game like this with the beat-em-ups I don't always love, but I like the colorful ones and when they do something a little different. So this is getting a 78 out of 86 for me.
Woo! Nice.
Big score from me. This is a winner on my radar. Kyle, you want to follow up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too far off. This game was fun. It was kind of, I don't know if I would say like sweet spot, maybe just like a hair above the sweet spot as far as like the time it takes to complete it, like for me personally. but it wasn't too long, so I got to give it points for that. All the enemies like we talked about were pretty diverse and crazy, and like it was one of the few games where I'm like looking forward to seeing the next stage to see what other weird enemy I'm going to encounter. Having the 4 different guys that all have different move sets is always a bonus, like we said, rather than just doing like reskins. Even though I didn't use like most of the button combos, I still appreciate that they were there. Like I don't know, like when I play these kinds of games, like beat 'em ups like aren't really my style of game. So like for me, I'm just kind of like trying to like get through the game at kind of like face value. But I'm sure anybody else that is even remotely into these kind of games would love the fact that you have these button combos that you can do. So having that in there is still a good thing. The bosses were all pretty cool looking. I don't know that any of them were like super hard, but I don't know. They were all kind of, at least they looked different and kind of did different things, and they had like some mechanics to them that like you could skillfully kind of feel them out, and then like if you wanted to go back and play them again, you could get better at fighting them. So I think I'm gonna land this one with give it like a 65.
Pretty solid. Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, this game, of course, is kind of more up my alley than others because I am the beat 'em up guy. Do prefer my beat 'em ups to be more about just kind of button mashing them than trying to do button combinations. So it's not like perfect for me, but I mean, as Kyle said, I mean, there's gonna be plenty of people out there who appreciate a good button combination and made the game easier on themselves, like Brad did. Clear the screen out, pick up some food, and move along. But yeah, it wasn't like the most spectacular special beat 'em up, but it was still fun. So like kind of like a mindless fun kind of beat 'em up thing, and it does look great. Like I said, those the graphics and the colors, they really pop. It's pretty enjoyable to look at. The enemies the enemies are super goofy, the story is super goofy, the concept in general is super goofy, which I mean, I don't think it's like necessarily a good or a bad thing. I guess I'd say it's more good because it's kind of just funny and entertaining here and there. I think we've played more fun beat 'em ups, but I think it's still pretty enjoyable. I'll give it a nice 69 out of 86.
Very good. Guy, did you forget to put a rating on this one too?
Yeah, man, I forgot everything after this section. I'm kind of just hanging out with you guys. I was like, all right, woo, just hanging out with Arcadiology guys. Cool, all right. No, my favorite part was the fact that you don't have to track credits, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a plus.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not really a beat 'em up guy, as everybody probably knows by now, but this one was actually pretty fun. The fact that all the guys control different was like the main thing that made it fun, just trying all the different characters out, because they all do play like vastly different than each other, like different ranges and all that stuff, different movement speed. So that was kind of cool. All the graphics are obviously awesome. Like I love those kind of pixel style cartoonish graphics. And then just all the random little things, like the boxing plane was just kind of funny to see. Like, they had the Babe at the end of it, so you got like Babe Ruth references and stuff. It's kind of funny, like everything's baseball related. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. All the button combos, I don't get huge into them. I think I use like maybe 2 of them. I don't know how many were there for every character. What is there, like 4 of them or something like that?
Rough, I think 4 or 5, depending on the character.
Like I just use whatever, a normal one, and then the big special is pretty much the only 2 I actually used. Yeah, for beat 'em up for me, it was actually pretty fun. So I think I'm gonna come in around like a 63.
All right, look at this. Big numbers tonight, guys.
Solid all around.
Well, we all give it pretty good ratings, so we'll move into our rankings. This is game number 46. I'm pretty high on this one. I mean, my initial thought, I might be going a little crazy here. I know you guys don't always follow my lead here, but I'm saying top 15. There's some games under it that I feel bad bumping down, but it's just kind of a case of some games, you just got to settle on. But yeah, this is a top game for me.
I'm going to do you one better, and I'm gonna push the Punisher down and put this one at number 10.
I prefer.
Oh my!
I prefer the Punisher to this.
I was thinking just put it right above Turtles.
I don't.
You're just saying
that. I don't hate that.
You're in jail right now because you forgot to keep track of your credits. You're not allowed to have opinions.
Oh, no.
Ninja Turtles is this weird gatekeeper because besides Jordan, I think the 3 of us all have like a handful of games we would put above it, but it needs like a solid 3-1 vote to get them there. So there's a few games that they come close, we all can't agree. So Turtles just keeps holding it down by default.
Bummer.
Turtles just feels way better to play than this one, I still think. I get that each has the pros and cons, but I think Turtles feels much better.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm with Sky. I would personally put this above Turtles, but again, out there, Punisher down there too. It's tough because I'd put Punisher above Turtles too, probably, or at least close to it.
Yeah, I like Punisher more than this by a little bit.
Turtles would have been so much better if they did like this game where every guy actually is different to play. Other than Donatello just being straight up the best because of his range.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just messing around. I wouldn't put this at number 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm around Punisher. I could go above or below it.
Yeah, I'd be okay with like just below. I mean, of course, there's games above Punisher that I like this more than, but if I'm looking at Punisher, I'd rather that be above this.
Scott, what are you actually thinking? Since your Turtles wasn't a legit call, where are you actually feeling for this one?
I was looking somewhere. I was looking between like 15 and 20 personally.
All a bit lower. Next tier down.
That's just me because there's other games like Alligator Hunt, Outzone, and Contra better than this. Like I would rather play those games than this game personally.
I think if I'm just picking one spot to throw it in, I'm about like 14-ish. One spot below Alligator Hunt. Prefer that alligator to this alligator that's in this one.
I got a 1v1 for the spot.
I mean, I'm okay with it down there. I mean, beat 'em ups aren't my thing, so this isn't really a game I'm looking to fight for.
Just one of the better beat 'em ups for you.
Yeah.
So what, we're looking at 14-ish then? Is that what we're dropping a little lower? It's still top 15 as I was originally suggesting, but
it doesn't even have to go that low if you guys want to still talk your way up a bit. Like I'm not like super crazy about has to be at 14, you know.
I mean, it's tough though because I do look right above and I'm like, I like Mazinger better at 11. I like Street Fighter 2 better at 12. And then there's a couple up above. I don't know. It's tough one. I think we're just getting a pretty solid top, like even 15 games here. That's kind of rough to even break into that now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would put it like, I don't know, 14 or even right under Contra for me. That's just because I prefer Contra in games like that.
Yeah, I'm feeling the 13 to 15 range. Anywhere in there, honestly, for me. I'm kind of cool keeping it under Street Fighter if we're not going to put it up higher than that.
Yeah, I'm sitting probably roughly at 14 between Alligator Hunt and 10 Guy.
That works for me.
Drop it right in at 14 then? We all cool with that?
Yeah, I can do that.
What's Kyle, what's your opinion on, because I know Sky said that, what's your opinion on this game versus Contra? Like, does it really swing very far either way?
I think he was higher on Contra. I think you settled for lower, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Contra's probably better than this.
How do you feel about that, Brad?
Man, it's tough. Honestly, I think Contra's better than the two above it, so it's kind of... Yeah, I think Contra needs to move up to then put it right under Contra, to be honest.
I was going to say, if you want to put this below Contra, I'm not going to fight you guys over it. I just wanted to make sure that was discussed before we just threw it in there somewhere.
I could do under Contra, just because, I mean, this was a cool game, but I mean, it's Contra, you know, guys?
All right, under Contra.
Under Contra? We all cool with that, then?
Yeah, I can do that.
Scott's like the high end of your range, but you're still cool with that, then? Settle in there?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alrighty, we'll lock it in. We have Contra at 15, Ninja Baseball Batman at 16, Joe and Mac Returns at 17. Alright, Jordan, it's time for you to give us some trivia.
I can give you some trivia. Don't worry, question number 3 has been salvaged. I kind of just flipped it the opposite direction, but we'll get there whenever we get there. Trivia leading the way. Sky, you got 80 points. Brad, you got 73. Kyle, you got 63. Start off with question number 1. As we said earlier, all playable characters in the game have speed, swing, power, and reach stats. They're all out of 9. What is the main character Captain Jose's reach stat? A, 4 out of 9. B, 5 out of 9. C, 6 out of 9.
I'm going to say his reach.
I'm going with 5, right in the middle. Oh, wait, no, actually, they're out of 9. I'm going with 4. We're going with 4.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little misleading because Jose hit that guy to the moon. That's pretty far reach.
That's a far reach,
kind of
I'm just saying. I'm going to go with 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaning 5.
All right, the correct answer is C6.
What?
It is his highest. It's his highest stat, 6. And I thought that might trip you guys up because Jose is kind of like that middle ground character. All of his stats are very middling. His reach actually is above average, 6 out of 9. That's his highest one. So that one goes to nobody. So sorry.
What's his forgiveness stat though? That's a 0, right?
That's a big 0, dude.
That's not very balanced.
He can never forgive you. Just try to tell that guy you didn't keep track of your credits. You're going to Pluto, my guy.
Oh, no.
Anyway, question number 2. The man behind Ninja Baseball Batman originally planned for the game to be an adventure-based platformer. In the original 2-player version, the characters were named after baseball legends Willie Mays and who? A. Babe Ruth. B. Lou Gehrig. C. Mickey Mantle.
Oh, man. They're all big names.
Yeah, but we got King Babe at the end, so I don't know if they recycled that or if they... What was C?
C was Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle it is.
All right.
I'm going to go with my boy Lou.
All right. And Kyle.
If you're only going to pick 2 guys to make the baseball game out of, like, for you to not put Babe Ruth in it is such a weird thing. So I'm going with the big Babe, dude.
The big Babe.
King Babe.
Correct answer is C. Mickey Mantle. The characters were Willie and Mickey.
Oh, let's go.
All right, then.
And I was kind of hoping that what Brad said would trip somebody up, like, oh, maybe they named him Babe Ruth, like after Babe Ruth, and then when they changed the game, they recycled it to the final boss instead. So thought you were gonna trip up on that one, but you didn't. You got it. C. Mickey Mantle. And question number 3, the one that Brad so graciously ruined for me, I just kind of just flipped this one the whole other direction. The playable character Twin Bats Rhino is the shortest playable character in the game, coming in at what height? A. 5'5", B. 5'7", C. 5'9".
I mean, I got to go with 5'5", just the smallest one.
I feel like he puts one lower just to throw us off, though. We're going with B, the middle one, whatever that one was.
5'7".
I'm going 5'7".
All right. And Brad was correct. I threw one lower one in there to try to get you. The correct answer is B, 5'7".
All right.
Good job, Brad. You get 2 correct today. Going to 75. Kyle, you're going up to 64 with 1 correct. And Sky, I feel like you kind of got what you deserved here.
Ah!
Sky walking away with a big... Sky with
Fat
no numbers
egg.
in trivia. No numbers anywhere tonight for Sky.
It's kind of poetic when you think about it.
Sky's gonna stay at 80 with 0 correct today.
Nah, man, these guys are corking their bats, man. This ain't fair.
Oh, they got those new Yankees torpedo bats. You guys seeing those? They're crazy. 0 correct, Sky. You kind of deserved it. That's what you get.
Oh man,
I will never forgive.
This is my punishment.
That is your punishment. Absolutely.
I gotta tear it up next game.
We'll see. We'll see how you do, man. But that's going to wrap it up for trivia for this week. Good job to 1.5 of you or so.
Something like that. Alrighty, that wraps up trivia. The next game we'll be playing is Ganryu. Follow us on social media, pretty much everywhere at Arcadiology. Come join our free Discord. We're having fun in there, chatting with some of the guys. We put up a new channel. You can weigh in on our next game that we're going to be playing. Share your memories, anything you think about the game. We can squeeze them in here on the show possibly. So yeah, hop in there. It's free to join. Any questions or comments you want to send over, arcadiologyquestions@gmail.com. There's also a form in the description. Google form, click right on that. It'll send you to it. Pretty seamless. Don't got to sign up. So don't got any questions this week. So you guys got to get in there. Give us some more content. We love doing that. It's one of my favorite parts. I feel like here at the end of the show.
I know we go so hard with it too.
Yeah, it's fun. But nothing this week. Maybe we'll get on the next game. But that's it for tonight, boys. Let's get out of here.
Later, dudes.
See ya.
Oh yeah.